to help you advance in your life so you can build the life that you want. I am so excited to be here on a Tuesday and a very chilly day here in Berkeley. It was like 31 when I woke up, which is not normal for sunny California, but totally cool anyways. So hope you guys are doing really good. Today's quick start your day with a coach video is all about sending a note of appreciation. So we know that, it's the small things that make relationships go, and sending a note to someone that you care about, praising them, inspiring them, cheering them on, letting them know that you care can help you feel more connected to them, just to the world in general. And it's one of these underrated sparks of joy that we can have during the day. So I think it's a really, really powerful practice, very, very simple practice, something that you can do for free, doesn't cost you anything, and puts a little bit of goodwill out in the world. So this is a technique that I have some mentors to talk about it, but I originally learned about it going through a Dale Carnegie course when I worked for Walmart Corporation. So all of the people in the tech division who wanted to advance in their careers at some point had to go through Dale Carnegie training because they were poor communicators, and I definitely was one myself. But what was part of that course that really stuck with me is, how to notice things about people and kind of talk more about business, right? It's very, very basic personal development stuff, but very powerful. And just like, oh, you notice you go to somebody's office and you see that, picture on the desk with their family, and oh, you have kids, just kind of like basic being aware and present and outside of yourself in the moment, which is really helpful. But one of the more powerful things was just being very, very praising of others, right? Part of it was the culture at Walmart. Part of it, though, was, this course and just like how can you give and communicate how you admire other people, how you appreciate other people, to make them feel better and to have a little bit more influence with them, to be self-serving, I guess, a little bit. But what I found is, one of the best ways to kind of build relationships is when you wanted to get something out of someone, you'd praise them in front of their boss, right? Very, very tactical. But at the end of the day, it feels really good to be like, oh, I noticed that John he did such a great job helping us out on this project. It took him 5 minutes, but it really meant a lot to us. And he did it with such a, happy demeanor, right? He was very, very helpful and cheerful about it. And I just wanted to let you guys know that he did a really great job, and we really thank him. And this is kind of the invisible currency and how things work out in the world. And you might be like, Sean, I know this. This is pretty basic, but I bet you're not doing it enough in your personal relationships. I bet you with your spouse. I bet you with your kids. I bet you with your friends. I bet you with the people you interact with in your community, that you're not directly saying the words, I appreciate you, I respect you, I admire you, you inspire me, those types of things that help people feel seen and heard out in the world. But it also feels good, to see someone be like, and you have to be authentic, of course, but to be like, oh, you really understand what I'm about, what I'm doing, what I do. And it really takes very little effort again on your part. So I also remember at Walmart, one of the admins I worked with quite a bit, this lady Lynette, helped me out on something small, and I basically did the kindergarten thing. I took a Post-it note, drew a star on it. It's like, hey, you're awesome. Thank you so much for doing this thing that helped me move the project I was on forward. I think it was some paperwork thing or something. And like we were friends for the whole rest of the time I was in the organization. Like she was always very cheerful, excited to see me. And likewise, she was really awesome, really, really great person. And all it took was drawing a star on a Post-it note. It's not super, super big thing. And I think if there's one thing you should believe or think about as you go forward, is that people don't do this enough and people don't hear this enough. So if you're the person that's bringing that positive energy and recognition to somebody's day, you're going to stand out. And it kind of hurts me inside to say that, but it's true. And I think if you think about it in your life, you might believe that also. You might, uh, think that that's true too. And if not, man, I just want to cheer you on. Like, that's awesome. Continue doing that. Continue making those connections with people, because at the end of the day, the more times you can give a little boost of joy to somebody else in the day, the happier you're going to be, and the more excited and more pumped you are going to be for the day. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So go out there, send a note of appreciation to someone today that you like. Could be any type of note. I usually like to send my wife a puppy picture because I know that makes her like really happy. She is almost a little bit too into puppies, but especially puppy pictures. So it's those little things that we can do to spark joy in the world that'll make the big difference. So all right, guys, go out there and do that, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.